local chain, local-ish. It's like northern New England, a lot in Maine though. They are the home of the Italian sandwich, but also even better, they are the home of the stuffer, which are basically like pizza rolls, but they're so good, so good. They make two kinds, meat, which is ham, pepperoni, and cheese, and then veggie, which is broccoli, spinach, and cheese. There's no sauce in them, which I think is what really kind of makes them a lot better. They're just not like saucy and messy. They're just perfect. And that's what I wanted to make today because they're just so warm and comforting, and it's kind of cold out, which is exciting. They're so easy to throw together. There's only a few ingredients. I'm not making my dough. You can if you want to. I did a video making my own pizza dough. I'll leave it down below if you want to check it out. Store-bought is fine. I'm Ina. I am doing the meat stuffers. I just have some deli ham that I got, oh no, that I got very thickly cut and I just cubed up. Pepperoni that I just kind of just also sliced. Mozzarella cheese, and I've got the dough. The dough has been out at room temperature for a bit just to make it a little easier to roll out. My oven is preheating to 400 and I'm gonna grab my muffin tin. Let's get started. I'm trying to keep my dough as rectangular as possible. Cut them in half. I've got about a foot and I want to do about 1-inch sections. That was also a mistake doing the 1-inch sections. I don't know what I was thinking. So I took all those strips that I just cut, rolled it all back up, and I'm gonna flatten it out and roll it out again. And I think 2-inch sections or 1.5 to 2-inch would be fine. Each section you just kind of want to roll it out a little bit more. Get it a little wider and thinner because we're rolling, baby. So, just gonna start with a little cheese, get some ham in there. Don't want to skimp on the meats. Pepperoni, and then I'm just gonna roll, keep it tight. And at the end, I always like to just pull a little bit and just wrap it, pinch a little bit, squish it down just a tad, and there you go. There's your roll up. These just go into a greased muffin tin. I'm making a bunch of these for later, but I will make one now, this one, for testing purposes. You know, have to make sure it's not poison. But look how perfect the little roll is. And I like when there's just like all the fillings just sticking up the top of it. Makes it very delicious. Plop it right in. And what I like to do is just put like a tad more cheese on top. Mozzarella. And then just a very tiny amount of some parmesan. But there's the little baby nestled in its little tin. I'm gonna pop this in the oven. I'm gonna start at 10 minutes and then kind of go from there. You want to just make sure it's puffed and browned and melty and delicious. And when you tap on it, it should sound hollow. Here are all of my little prepped ones ready to go, looking real good. But my timer just went off for my cooked one and I'm excited. Look at that cute little stuffer. She's hot. Hollow, nice and brown, cheesy on top. While it's still screaming hot, I'm going to hit it with just a little bit of butter that I melted with some parsley and parmesan all over the top like that. And then a tad bit more of the parm. That is a little stuffer. I must eat it. I am really proud of myself for this. It looks just like a stuffer that you would get at Amato's. If you don't believe me, Google Amato's stuffers. This is a little taller and smaller, but it looks perfect. And look at the bottom. Oh, hot. This is perfect for game day. You can make a bunch of these ahead of time like I have and pop them in the oven. Crowd pleaser. The way I like to eat these is I like to kind of unravel them. They do come with marinara sauce on the side, but I usually go straight for the roll. Also, sorry I misled you before. This was in the oven for 20 minutes, not 10. But I think that's perfect. It looks like it's perfectly cooked. And see, it unravels. See? It's so good. The addition of the butter when you take it out, slather it. You can also put a little bit of garlic powder in there. I usually don't because I don't want it tasting too garlicky, but this is good. The inside is also just like so soft and tender, cheesy. I'm just gonna have to go for it and like take a bite out of the top. That is so strange. It tastes just like the real thing. It's so weird. It's amazing. I have found the secret. This tastes exactly like it, but better. I never thought I'd say that. You see this? Just like mound of dough and meat and cheese. Oh, you have to make these. It's unbelievable. This is where it's at. Cheese, meat, dough. That's it. Perfect for a get together. Perfect. Enjoy.